Hey everybody, how you doing? JJ59 here, Gannon, and it's been a little while since I made a video, and I thought I would check in with you guys. Um, I hope everybody's doing their homework and checking out that movie Safe at Home. Uh, I really think you'll enjoy it. Um, Yeah, what you're looking at is the 1960 home run leaders card from the 1961 set, of course. Showing Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, and Jim Lemon and Rocky Colavito. And I have this card because it was gifted to me by Rick, Rocket Rick J18, and he knew I wanted this card, and when he went to Strongsville, he saw a really nice copy and he picked it up for me. And I just wanted to, show the card. It's such a beautiful example of the card. And I wanted to publicly thank Rick, for thinking about me. Really, I don't know. This is one of these cards that I've always loved. I just never got around to getting. And, now I've got such a beautiful copy of it, and I'll always think of Rick when I see it. He also sent me a really great note here, which means the world to me. And, sometimes I wonder, I ask myself, oh, what am I doing this for? What am I making videos for? But, it's to connect with you guys and make some good friends. And I've really been fortunate to have made a number of great friends through sharing content here on YouTube. So again, Rick, I want to thank you, and I'll always treasure this card and your note. One thing about Jim Lemon that you see there, right? He's wearing an airbrush cap. He's playing for the Minnesota Twins, but he hit those, how many home runs? I can't see because even with my glasses, I can't see. He hit those home runs when he's with the Washington Senators. The 1960 was the last year the Washington Senators were, there in Washington. Then they moved to Minnesota in 1961, so that's why you see him with the airbrush cap. But of course, he hit those home runs with the Washington Senators. Once again, thanks, Rick. I also made it my business to pick up some more Manny Sanguine cards in memory of Reverend Steve. As we've been seeing a lot of Manny Sanguine cards around lately, and everybody's been featuring them to remember and honor the memory of Steve. Yeah, of course, this is his 68. Love that card. And I picked up his 73. And then his 76, as we all know, Steve was working on that set. I'll always associate that set with him. Nice card. And I picked up 78, Manny Sanguine. Yeah, YouTube isn't the same without Steve. Really miss him. He used to put out videos. Yeah, he had no set schedule. He might do, 3 in a row, and then, be gone for a few days or a week and come back. And, I was always interested in what he was doing, and I liked dialoguing with him. So, the place isn't the same without him. I've also been picking up, when I was a kid, I played a lot of basketball. I loved playing basketball. Played it quite a bit. However, for some strange reason, I did not really didn't collect basketball cards. These two cards, of course, are from the 1971-72 Topps set. And I just love the design of these cards. I did collect a little bit in 72, 73. Yeah, I remember having a nice little stack of those sitting in my cabinet next to my desk. But I never collected these, and I just love the design of these. So a shout out to Andy at T's Collection. I know he loves basketball, and he's been collecting some of these too. And yeah, these are just such great cards. Earl the Pearl Monroe, who later went to the Knicks. Here he is with the Baltimore Bullets. Of course, the great Knicks center, Willis Reed. Then we got Jerry Lucas. I'm going to get all of the Knicks from that time. I knew of the team. I remember when they won their first championship during the 69-70 season. And then they had another one. What was it, 73? Yeah. Earl Monroe was on the team at that time. And I'm just picking up different cards here and there. Cassie Russell. And then, what else we have? A few more. I just love the color on this card. And I love the ABA basketball. And then the great Nate Thurmond. And then got Dave Bing, Detroit Pistons, and a guy named Gus Johnson. It's a great jazz drummer named Gus Johnson. Really, one of the great jazz drummers. And here's a Gus Johnson basketball player. And I'm going to wind it up with a few other cards here. I got, I've been working on the 69 Topps football set, and I finally picked up Johnny Unitas. It's a really nice copy of the card. Really in great shape. Nice card. And then I love the 1954 Topps set. And I picked up this card of Andy Pafko. Of course, he's famous for being number 1 in the 1952 Topps set. The first card in that set. And for those of you who remember Bobby Thompson's shot heard around the world, well, it was Andy Pafko in left field for the Dodgers who watched that ball sail into the left field stands. Anyway, Andy Pafko. And the next card, I really, really, really am very excited about getting. This one. The 1956 Topps Roy Campanella. This might be my favorite card of his. I've got his 53. I've also got his 52 Bowman. Although his 52 Topps is amazing. I love that card. And, of course, he's got some other early Bowman cards in it, nice. But I just love that card. It's a really nice card. Yeah, Roy Campanella. I don't care if it's a white back or a gray back. I don't even know what this is. Let me look at it. Oh, it's a gray back. And last but not least, I picked up a couple of baseball coins. Now, Tommy Agee, this is a 1971 Topps coin. And the one on the right, Bob Aspromonte, that's a 1964 Topps coin. And, let's see if I can get to the scene. Yeah, Tommy Agee, he was just my favorite Met, from that time period. I really dug the 1969 Mets, and you had Tommy Agee in center, Cleon Jones in left, and often you had Ron Swoboda in right, Tommy Agee came over from the White Sox. And Bob Aspromonte, I just got this coin because I remember we had it. I had the coin as a kid. I just must have picked it up, and when I bought a pack, I got the Bob Aspromonte coin. And, I didn't know really what it was all about because I knew about the 1964 All-Star coins. I had a number of those, but this was the only regular coin that I had. It's kind of a mystery to me until I got back into collecting and realized that, Topps had like a regular coin set that year as well as an All-Star coin set. And Bob Aspromonte, a couple of things about him. Well, he was the first Astro to hit a home run in the Astrodome. Mickey Mantle was the first baseball player to hit a home run there, but, that was during an exhibition game. And also he was the last active player, who wore a Dodger uniform. He was the last, player to retire who wore a Dodger uniform, but as a player. Don Zimmer, of course, went on and, continued to coach and manage for years. I think he was the last actual Brooklyn Dodger who was in the game, but he was the last player who had worn a Brooklyn Dodgers uniform because he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers and a couple of years for the LA Dodgers before he went to the Colt 45s, and then he ended his career with the Mets. And interestingly, when he got to the Mets, Gil Hodges was managing, and Bob Aspromonte idolized Gil Hodges, and he wore number 14 on the Colt 45s and the Astros. So when he got to the Mets, he kidded Gil, about, he wanted to wear number 14. Of course, Gil was number 14, right? So, that's, of course, that's why Bob Aspromonte liked to wear that uniform number. And, of course, they were kidding around. He was kidding around. And he ended up wearing the number 2. And to make a long story short, there's a 1972 baseball card of Aspromonte on the Reds, but he retired before the season began, and while there's a card of him, he didn't play that season. He's still with us, too. Bob Aspromonte, he's 87. He'll be 88 in June. And his older brother, Ken Aspromonte, is still with us. He's 94, and he'll be 95 in September. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.